Hello, today is Wednesday, November 22nd, 2023. Today is a hump day. Tomorrow is Thursday. Tonight, later towards the midnight, my daughter will be arriving in Gwangju. She lived in Australia for, I think, 5 to 6 months. After 3 months intensive English training in UK. She moved to Australia as a working holiday maker. Basically means you work and you're allowed to stay there and spend money that you earn in Australia. So it's a cyclical economic policy by the Australian government. Sometimes it's a good policy, sometimes it could be a snare for young people. Of course, young people from some developing countries, they may be opportunities. So you got to be careful when you try wade into the choppy waters in early days of your life. And also, when you are young, you get to drink a lot of alcohol. And there are many different types of alcohol, spirits, liqueur, and the mixed cocktails. So recently, I came across mocktail as versus to cocktail. Let's find out the difference between cocktail and mocktails, right? This article is from mocktails.칵테일과, and let's find out what they are trying to teach us. And also, I am going to read this English article as a part of my effort to read an English article of 20 to 30 minute length of reading to practice English, to stay on top of other Koreans. Yes, I'm Korean. I work for Korea Telecom, KT, the number one carrier in Korea. But I work on the national side, not in the international side. So that means I have very limited opportunities to interact with the foreigners, to sell our beautiful, wonderful, tremendously beautiful services to foreigners. So that's loss on my company's part, I think. But I have to do what I have to do. I will practice English. I'll continue to read English article each day, no matter what. So let's cut the shit and get down to the business. Free shipping with purchases over $40 billion. Okay, free shipping is very good. Mingo, mocktails. Bellini, blackberry, cucumber, mint, mojito, I think. Mojito, June 29th, 2022. The difference between cocktails and mocktails. Bartending tips for non-alcohol drinks. Mocktails and cocktails. Very obvious. Do you know the difference between a cocktail and mocktail? If not, don't worry. You are not alone. Yeah, I was not alone. I didn't know the word mocktail until like 3 days ago. Many people don't know the difference. In this blog post, we will discuss the difference between cocktails and mocktails, as well as bartending tips for making delicious non-alcoholic drinks. Whether you are hosting a party and want to serve some festive drinks, or you don't feel like drinking alcohol today, this article will come in handy. Blog post, right? Come in handy. Festive drinks. A cocktail is an alcoholic drink made with spirits, while a mocktail is a non-alcoholic drink that mimics the flavors and ingredients. Mocktails are becoming increasingly popular as more people look for delicious non-alcoholic drinks, when they are out at bars and restaurants. When they are out at bars and restaurants. When they are, this is good expression, right? The reason I'm repeating the sentence is I try to remember the words, expressions, sentences on the spot right there, here and now. So they are out at bars and restaurants. They are, it could be they are out in bars and restaurants, but at is also good, right? At. You are out at bars and restaurants. What is a mocktail? A mocktail is a fruit juice that contains all of the flavor and ingredients of a cocktail without the alcohol. All of the flavor and ingredients. That's another good expression. All of the flavor and ingredients. All of the flavor and ingredients. Mocktails are usually made with fruits, syrups, and herbs, and they can be just as flavorful and refreshing as their alcoholic counterparts. As their alcoholic counterparts. Syrups. Here, syrups are plural. I didn't know. Sounds like, syrup is a liquid, so you naturally think that syrup is a singular noun, but obviously it's not. It's a plural, as we can see here, syrups. Making a great cocktail requires a bit of creativity and experimentation, but the results are worth it. Making a great cocktail. Bartending tips for making delicious mocktails.
They thought about it and they ran a second ad.
Bartending tips, right? For making delicious mocktails. Use fresh fruit and herbs to flavor your drinks. This will give them a natural sweetness and depth of flavor. Natural sweetness and depth of flavor. Be careful not to add too much sugar. A little bit goes a long way.
Hopelessly ugly puppy 9 times.
Get creative with your garnishes. Think beyond the traditional lime or cherry and experiment with fresh herbs, fruit slices, or edible flowers. Use high-quality ingredients. This will make a big difference in the final flavor of your drink. Following these tips, you will be well on your way to making delicious mocktails that everyone will enjoy. What is a cocktail? A cocktail is an alcoholic drink made with spirits such as vodka, gin, rum, or whiskey. Cocktails can be called alcoholic beverages. Cocktails can also contain mixers like juices and sodas, often garnished with fruit or herbs. Contain mixers, right? Mixers like juices and sodas. Cocktails are typically served in a glass with ice, and people of all ages can enjoy them. Whether at a bar or a party, there's always a cocktail to suit your mood. Bartending tips for making high-quality cocktails. Use fresh, high-quality ingredients. This will make a big difference in the final flavor of your drink. Be careful not to add too many mixers or sweeteners. A little bit goes a long way. Garnish your mixed drink with fresh fruit or herbs for a beautiful and tasty presentation. Use good quality spirits. This will ensure that your cocktails taste smooth and delicious. By following these bartending tips, you will be able to make high-quality cocktails that everyone will enjoy. Differences between cocktails and mocktails. Now that we've discussed the basics of cocktails and mocktails, let's look at some of the key differences between these two types of drinks. Ingredients. A significant difference between a cocktail and a mocktail is the ingredients used in making the drink. Cocktails are made with spirits, while mocktails are non-alcoholic and only contain mixers and flavoring ingredients. Cocktails can be made with various spirits, like vodka, gin, rum, or whiskey. Mocktails typically use fruit juices or syrups to imitate the flavors of alcoholic drinks. Cocktails often contain mixers like sodas or juices, while mocktails don't. Garnishes are common in both cocktails and mocktails, but they tend to be more elaborate in cocktails. Iced tea is a common drink made. Iced tea is a common drink made. Making process. Cocktails are typically made by mixing multiple alcoholic drinks and another alcohol pigment in a glass mixers. Mocktails are often made by layering different juices or syrups to create different flavors. Layering different juices or syrups. That's another good expression, right? We seldomly use the word layer if you're not in the telecom industry. I am in the telecom industry, and we use OSI 7-layer concept a lot. So layer 1, layer 2, all the way layer 7. So layering, right? You get laid. There's another layer, right? But same etymology. Mocktails are often made by layering different juices or syrups to create different flavors. Cocktails usually require ice, while mocktails do not. Taste. Cocktails can be strong and intense with a bitter or sour taste, while mocktails are often soft drinks with different fruit juices. Cocktails made with high-quality ingredients can taste smooth and delicious, while mocktails made with lower-quality ingredients can taste dull and flat. Punch. A cocktail punch is different from a mocktail punch in critical ways, right? Cocktails made with high-quality ingredients can taste smooth and delicious, while mocktails made with lower-quality ingredients can taste dull and flat, dull and flat, dull and flat, dull and flat. Punch. A cocktail punch is different from a mocktail punch in critical ways. First, a cocktail punch is made with spirits, while a mocktail punch is non-alcoholic and only contains mixers and flavoring ingredients, garnishes. Second, a cocktail punch often has mixers like sodas or juices, while a mocktail punch does not. Yeah, you just layer the juices and sodas. Finally, garnishes are common in both punches, but they tend to be more elaborate in cocktail punches. Here, punch is 식혜 같은 거죠. 수정과 이렇게 크게 볼 이렇게 바가지 같은 데다가 넣어가지고 이렇게 여러 명이 떠먹죠. 파티에서 펀치라고 합니다. 펀치. 주먹으로 때린 것도 펀치죠. 펀치. 식혜 상자? 식혜 바구니. When making a punch, it's essential to use high-quality ingredients so that the final drink is flavorful and delicious. Be careful not to add too much sugar and garnish your punch with fresh fruit or herbs for a beautiful, tasty presentation. From drinking a sour or bitter drink or other soft drinks, the beverages consumed should have a sweet taste. Occasions. Cocktails are typically served at parties or bars, while people of all ages can enjoy mocktails anywhere. In occasions where a lot of underage people are involved, mocktails are preferred over cocktails. Now that you know the difference between cocktails and mocktails, you are ready to make some delicious drinks. Whether you are hosting a party or want a refreshing non-alcoholic beverage, these bartending tips will come in handy. Mocktails versus cocktails, which one to choose? Wow, this is rather a long article than I expected. When choosing between a cocktail and mocktail, it depends on your preference. However, we would provide certain things to look out for before choosing a drink for yourself. Look out for, right? That's another good term, good expression, idiom. Look out for. I will look out for a motorbike for you, John. I will look out for. Consider these factors when choosing your next drink. If you want a strong drink with a sour or bitter taste, go for a cocktail. Cocktails are made with liquor, so they tend to be stronger than mocktails. If you're looking for a refreshing and light drink, go for a mocktail. Mocktails are usually made by mixing fruit juices and syrups. So they tend to be sweeter and less intense than cocktails. If you want a drink garnished with fruit or herbs, go for a cocktail. Garnishes are more common in cocktails than mocktails. If you are looking for a non-alcoholic option, go for a mocktail. All mocktails are non-alcoholic. So there you have it. So there you have it. That's another good cliche. So there you have it. So you got all the facts and information. You understood the difference between cocktails and mocktails. So there you have it. So there you have it. Flat and dull, dull and flat. Now you know the difference between cocktails and mocktails, as well as some tips on how to choose the right drink for you. Cheers. Conclusion. Both cocktails and mocktails are popular drinks, but they have some key differences. Cocktails are made with spirits, while mocktails are non-alcoholic and only contain mixers and flavoring ingredients. Cocktails often include mixers like sodas or juices, while mocktails do not. Garnishes are common in both cocktails and mocktails, but they tend to be more elaborate in cocktails. Cocktails are typically served at parties or bars, while people of all ages can enjoy mocktails. So, when it comes to choosing between a cocktail and mocktail, here, between a cocktail and mocktail, it shares a single A instead of two different A's. It depends on your preference. Consider these factors when selecting your next drink. If you want a strong drink, go for a cocktail. If you are looking for a refreshing and light drink, go for a mocktail. And if you are looking for a non-alcoholic option, go for a mocktail. Mingled mocktails offers a variety of flavors and to choose from. Our handcrafted low-calorie drinks are perfect for gatherings, parties, weddings, and more. Shop now. Recipes. Certified WBENC. Join the party. Subscribe for the latest news and get 10% off your first order. Get 10% off your first order. That's another good expression, right? You need to use this expression, right? Usually the Korean English would be like, for your first order, we give you 10% off. But this statement, get 10% off your first order, is very succinct, more readable, right? Get 10% off your first order. So you need to enter email address. Before I go from this article, let me go over this article briefly. Mocktails, cocktails. My colleague said mocktails means maybe maggeoli cocktail, which is quite funny but plausible. So maggeoli is the rice sake of Korea. So if you mix maggeoli into your cocktail, into your drink, then it becomes mocktail. That's his idea. But actually, mocktails is for beverages, right? Dull and flavor. So there you have it, come in handy. So there you have it. Dull and flat, come in handy. Strong. You are out at bars and restaurants. You are out at bars and restaurants. Mocktails, cocktails, a cocktail and a mocktail. A cocktail and mocktail without A. And what else? What else I learned? Yeah, mixers like juices, sodas, and syrups are plural syrups. Well, that's just about it. I have to go now, but huge thanks to mocktails.칵테일과. It was a quite informational, succinct, and summarized article. I learned something from you, and I appreciate. And my English got improved, at least tremendously. Thanks, and take care.